San Francisco papers are investing a lot of money to try and get a service just like that started. Science editor Steve Newman reports on one person already.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Rev here, and today we're going to be talking about the first time I ever smoked weed. And this is going to be kind of a two-part story where, because the first time I ever smoked weed, it was by myself. But I also smoked like the next day with my homie, so we're gonna go into that story too. So it's gonna kind of be a two-part. But enough with this intro, let's just go ahead and get in with it. So it's kind of funny because a lot of people, they start doing drugs because someone, pressures them into it, or, not even someone pressures them into it. Sometimes they're just around, the environment and they just are curious about it. But for me, it was not that at all. I had never seen weed. I didn't know what it smelled like, never been around it. And one day freshman year, I was just like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm in high school. And, freshman year was kind of the year when I just wanted to straight rebel, man. Like, I just didn't give a fuck. Anything I was doing, I just wanted to fucking fuck around, man. I was just on my goon shit back then. So I totally went out of my way to find weed the first time. And I hit up this one kid that we'll go ahead and call him Arthur. Let's just call him Arthur. And he kind of had a reputation for being a bad kid. Even throughout middle school, before anyone really started getting into, getting fucked up, he was really getting into trouble. Like, I remember this kid had an ankle monitor in, 7th grade. And you might be watching this video, and I'm not trying to talk shit on you. It's just, I'm sure you would agree, man. But I hit this kid up, and I went, yo, I wanna try weed. Can you give me some? And he was like, yeah, just give me the money first, and then I'll get you some. And I trusted that because back then we were 14. None of us were selling weed. It was just the type of thing where he really didn't have the money to go get weed for me first. I really did have to front him, and I knew him pretty well at that point because we weren't tight in middle school, but we hung out a few times and we talked in classes and shit. So we knew each other, So I give him $25 to give me 2 grams because I remember he told me to give it to him before the end of the school day, and I didn't see him at all. So literally at the end of the school day, this kid goes to the office and asks them to call me there. So they call me to the office, and I'm sitting here thinking I'm getting in trouble or some shit. I walk in, then he's sitting there and he's like, "Oh, what's up, bro?" And then he shakes me up, and then we walk out, and he's like, "Yeah, bro, I just wanted to get that cash from you for that bud, I'm just like, man, the balls on this kid. He just called me to the front office of our high school to get weed money from me, damn. But anyways, I gave him a couple days to get it for me. And he hits me up and he's like, yo, I got it for you. And this was at 6:30 in the morning, before school. And I was like, I bet, do you just want to give it to me after school? And he's like, yeah, I'll just give it to you when I see you, I was like, alright, bet. So I walk into school, and it's a long ass hallway when you first walk into the front doors of my school. It's a long ass wide hallway where everyone hangs out before school. So right when that bell rings, that hallway is just full. There's probably 200-300 people in that hallway in the morning, and the bell rings right when I walk in. So there's just a bunch of people going around me. It's chaos. It's just like that every morning there. And this kid just he fucking shouts my name, and I turn around and I see him, and I kind of give him the old head nod. And then he just walks up to me, reaches into his pocket, and then just slaps a fucking bag of weed into my hand. And I was innocent back then. This was my first ever time doing anything like this. So the second I realized what he was doing, my heart just dropped and I started fucking shaking, bro. I was like, oh fuck, this is getting real. I didn't realize it's gonna be like this. So then I go into mission mode, bro. I shove it in my pocket and I start speed walking to the bathroom, bro. There's people all around me. I'm dodging and weaving through them. I'm like a goddamn running back in the NFL, bro. Where's my Heisman trophy at, man? I was fucking moving. I was hauling ass, bro. I fucking book it into the bathroom stall and I whip my bag off and I take my deodorant stick and then I twist it all the way up so you can pull the fucking deodorant part out, Pull that bitch out, slap it down, and then I shove the dime bag in there, and then I fucking put the deodorant back over. And I know a lot of you know that fucking tactic. That shit saved me that day. because that shit smelled so goddamn strong. Like, it was just radiating out of that goddamn bathroom just from like the few seconds I had it. And, you know, it might have just been because I was I had that fresh nose. I had never really smelled weed before. But I don't know. Then again, like, most people at that high school hadn't. So it's like, shit, like, I gotta be careful. But, I slammed that hole in my bag, and I just go throughout my school day, and nothing really happened. I didn't get caught or anything. And I get home, and I waited till about like 5:30 or 6 o'clock, I remember, and I bust out the bag of weed, and I just remember I stopped, and I just had this thought where I was like, this is a turning point in my life, like this is where you turn the page and it's a new chapter, you know what I'm saying? What does weed smell like? I'm gonna find out what weed smells like, I've been wondering for so long. I fucking opened the bag, I dipped my nose in. My first fucking thought was, wait, I've smelled this before. So it was a huge goddamn letdown, because I was all hyped to smell it, and I realized, wait, I've smelled this plenty of times, I just didn't realize what it was. And this kid totally shorted me too. It was like maybe a gram and a half, like maybe, but there's no damn way it was 2 grams. But back then I could smoke like 0.001 and get faded. So it's like, did I really care? Like, nah, I didn't. So I remember the first time I ever did it, I used an apple pipe. And I made it, I shoved a pen through it and everything. And I packed a bowl, and then I hit it a few times. And I remember, it's not really like a crazy story, I kind of just ripped it, like, I remember I ripped it 4 times. I don't know why I remember that, but I remember I ripped it 4 times. And I went and laid in my bed, and I remember I ate a popsicle. And I just, like, sat there, and I was just like, damn, this is what being high feels like. Like, I just remember feeling... it felt like, TV static was going through my body, and I could feel my heart pulse throughout my entire body, and I was just sitting there with a smile just glued onto my fucking face, man. And it's like, that's just one of those experiences that's just pretty special, and I'm honestly glad that I did it by myself, because it really kind of let me process it, and I didn't have to worry about being around someone that I would have to, like, maintain my composure or anything. But, I smoked that one time, and then the next day, my friend wanted to smoke, Jacob. Jacob's not his real name, that's just what I call him in these stories. And he was in the last couple stories that I've told. He's been in all the stories so far, because we did a lot of goon shit together. He's gonna be in quite a few of these damn stories, probably well over half of them. But I'm like, yeah, sure, bro, like, let's smoke. Because, this was the first time I was ever gonna smoke with anyone else. So... I remember I got an apple pipe. I made a new one. I wasn't out here using old ass apple pipes. I ain't about to be on that type of weird shit. But I made a new apple pipe. I remember I grabbed the deodorant stick, took the lighter, and we went down to this fucking tunnel that we used to always go through as kids. And if you live in my town, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's literally like a 4-foot tall tunnel that you can just go in and smoke. Like, literally, that's me. We used to smoke there all the time, man. Like, literally every single day we were there smoking. And we don't anymore, because it's literally like a block away from a school, and that's like a fat charge, especially now that we're adults. So it's not really the smartest move to be smoking there now. But that's the first place we ever smoked, and it worked out great, because it's literally like halfway in between where we lived, so we could walk there and be there at about the same time. So we met up there, and we go into the tunnel, and I bust out, the apple pipe, and I start loading the bowl, and I'm pretty sure I took the first rip, if I remember right. And then I give it to my homie, he takes a rip, big ass rips. For us back then, now that's pussy shit, but back then, man, we could take one big hit and be sent to fucking Jupiter, you know what I'm saying? I remember he hands me the pipe, and I'm going to rip it, And then he just goes, bro. And then I look over, and there's just a goddamn cop driving down the road. And immediately, it was like in the horror movie when the music starts playing, bro. It was just fucking, I just had just existential fucking dread flowing through my goddamn body, bro. My heart sank and I was just freaking out, dude. And we sat there, and we sat there, and we sat there, and we were waiting for him to come over. And then he just never did. He drove by, and I'm assuming he didn't even see us, because, you know, we were sitting in a pitch black tunnel, and we were, like, probably 30 feet in, so, like, there's no way he would have seen us. We could just see him, because we were in the tunnel looking out, you know? But that shit was goddamn terrifying. It was horrible. I mean, Jesus Christ, bro. I thought I was gonna get arrested, like, the first time I ever went out of my house to smoke weed. That almost scared me from ever smoking outside of my house again, man. Oh my god, bro. And it's funny because I remember I gave the rest of that bag to my friend. And, I mean, he gave it back to me after he smoked a couple times. Because, like, back then, man, a gram of weed would last us, like, a month. And I remember he took it home and he smoked out of his window. And then his entire basement spilled. And this kid literally fucking ran around lighting dryer sheets on fire in his basement trying to cover up the smell. And I mean, it damn worked. Like, his parents came home and they didn't smell weed. They just asked him why it smelled like shit. So, I mean, it got the job done, but... man. But yeah, that's really all I got for today, boys. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. If you did, go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on them post notifications. You know, help a brother out if you enjoy it. I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.